right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here. We are live. We are direct. Shout out to the chat for being engaged. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Shout out Tiny. Shout out Ace. Shout out Natasha. Shout out Danielle. Who else I gotta shout? I gotta make sure I don't forget. Shout out Lord Racer, my boy. Come on now. I want to make sure I don't forget nobody's name, eh? Alright, boom. That's everyone. Cool. So, let's get into today's festivities. We got Jalopy. This video is titled Kanye Needs To Heal. That's not happening anytime soon. Look, you're on the Flex Mind Network. He's beyond bipolar. He is astropolar, bro. At this point, his mind is in the stars, just bouncing up and down a bunch of different stars on like some pinball shit. Look. You're here in the Flex Mind Network. I'm the original Anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. Yo, right here in the small box if you don't see me. Come on now. Look, we're going to go straight into the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you're in the chat currently, yo, I appreciate your engagement. And with that being said, let's go straight into today's festivities. All right, let's go.
This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me.
I'm right here with you. I'm just making sure everybody else here with us. You know? Yeah, but okay, but Tiny, that's from a bipolar perspective. All right, everything's good.
This video is about to get very surgical.
All right, let's go. Everything's good. Let's go. I don't know what happened.
If you've seen my video, Drake's Biggest Regret, this is going to be very similar, okay? Kanye West is currently on a rant on Twitter, as he usually does, and he's saying some very crazy things.
Yup.
Okay, he's saying Kendrick is an industry puppet. He's saying Drake's I can't say that on this.
Natasha, what did you just do?
It's a 6-letter word.
Natasha, no. Natasha, what did you just do? Natasha, we talked about this. Natasha, Natasha, we talked about this. Natasha, we talked about this, please. Girl, no, please. Why? We talked about this. Damn. I mean, thank you so much for the 19. I'm assuming that's Czech Republic. You can't judge him from a healthy perspective because he isn't healthy, but he is also not as far out as he can get. Valid point. Shout out to Natasha. But girl, we talked about this, damn it. I mean, thank you so much, but we talked about this. Let's keep going.
Wild on Twitter right now, and I wanted to take this opportunity.
Yo, Tiny, hush.
As a reminder.
Thank you,
right,
thank you.
When we see people behave in this way, there's usually a deeper rooted issue going on, and I'm sure y'all are all aware of what the true issue with Kanye is. And it's unfortunate. And it dispels the reality of the industry.
This man don't have a microphone?
The reality of the dangers of indie industry and how easy it is to get caught up in your gluttony when you're living in that environment. And you don't know the consequences of that gluttony until they occur. You see what I'm saying? And I think
shoot, hold on a second. Yo, y'all see this? Yo, he hit 50K. Yo, nah, shout out to Jalopy, bro. This guy hit 50K subscribers, bro. Holy crap. Wow. Isn't that a plaque? Isn't 50K a plaque or something? Like they gonna send you something in the mail?
His issues is this right here.
And I'm also taking my meds. I'm bipolar myself. Wow, words are hard. Milder variant. And even my innocent...
Like a sense of heaviness talking about this. Like
holy.
Seeing this picture, seeing the...
Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate you. But yeah, real quick. Yo, this is for Jalopy, bro. Congratulations on the 50K, my guy. Wow, that is amazing. I don't even dream of numbers that big. Damn.
Mother's eyes, the brightness in her smile, how happy he is to be, with his hand rested on her back, like showing you the care, the love, the protection that he had for this woman. This is the root of what happened to Kanye.
Hey, Tiny, we just pray for your health, you know?
Reality of the industry.
Pray for your health and success.
Of people who just want to make it
No
out
doubt.
of certain circumstances. They want to make something of themselves. They want to, and you can never be prepared.
I have some friends that are bipolar too. Like, it's actually a serious thing. Like, I joke around, but like, it's serious.
And it's not just as simple as, everybody's worshiping.
Pray for positive energy, health, and success, you know?
But it's a lot of smaller, like, other things. You know what I mean? Which is, in a way, but whatever. Kanye West, at the end of the day, is one of the reasons his mother passed away. And
Jalopy, where are we going? I said this before, like, I don't think he healed from the passing of his mother, but, Jalopy, you gotta be careful what you're saying, my guy, for real.
And the type of pain, sorrow, and guilt you would feel if you were at the source of basically ending the woman that began your life. The woman that was your manager, she drove you to every studio session. She encouraged you.
Oh, I see what he's saying, but you can't say that. It's like she overworked herself.
And you're the source of why this happened. And if you're unfamiliar with,
so I feel like this is just the precipice of what can really happen.
She passed away at 58 on November 10th, 2007.
R.I.P., man.
Came out a day after she underwent cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Following her passing, it was found her death was caused by heart failure due to multiple post-operative factors. West's mother had liposuction, a tummy tuck, and a breast reduction. She chose to recover at home following the procedure. Donna's autopsy report revealed that she experienced a sore throat, pain, and tightening in her chest before collapsing.
Bipolar is a psychosis-heavy disorder. Man.
And
he looks just like his mama.
Talk about the reality of this. We can't care about what's politically correct and what's not politically correct. We gotta talk about the reality of things, man. And the reality is insecurity brought upon the death of Kanye West's mother. Let's keep it real. People are gonna hate me for that one, I think. You know what I'm saying? But it's the reality.
It's not about hate. So now, okay, I'm gonna speak to Jalopy for a second because I already see the route that you're going down, and you're taking your time to deliver it in a way where it's like where the jab is pillowed, like, you know what I'm saying? It's softened, right? But it's more about how you're going to word what you're going to say is the key. Because now you're stepping into a realm that can get dangerous for your channel. So this is where vocabulary, understanding like how to put these sentences together in a way where everyone can understand matters. If you're going to step down this route and say, because of her insecurity of getting a tummy tuck and a breast reduction is what caused her death, you got to be careful right there, all by itself. Because there are definitely going to be complications when you do this, and it is absolutely not recommended to do this, especially at her age. It's still her choice and still her decision to go down that route. She believed that was the best thing for her, even though there's other means about going about that. It's still her choice at the end of the day. So speaking towards her insecurity is a very dangerous role that you're taking. And you got to be very mindful, and you got to understand you're going to get some pushback on this. Let me start by saying taking care of your health matters. I feel like I can start there. Not for the chat, but for Kanye. Because I know the ladies in the chat, I know y'all have yourselves under control and covered. You know what I'm saying? And I pray for y'all health and success. I pray for bright days, bright futures, just positive energy, and just overall greatness, you know? I feel like that's the right thing to do in the moment. But speaking of Kanye, health matters. And to see what you're doing on X, it's not a good look. I can speak from so many different hats right now. I can speak from a health hat. I can speak from a business hat. I can speak from a marketing hat. I can speak from a social hat. Because basically all these hats that I'm presenting are going to tell him in 4 different ways why what he's doing on Twitter right now is very bad for himself as well as his brand, which is his name. And to simplify all of it, all I have to say is you need to understand that there is a time and there is a place for what you do. For you to say what you're saying, knowing that your actions don't really match up, is a problem already. We're going to assume that you're not currently taking your medication. Brother, you have to. You have to. Because now a lot of people, and remember, when you're on Twitter, you're going to have a lot of regular individuals that are really not knowledgeable of these things. They're going to simply call him crazy. And when you call somebody bipolar crazy, that's an issue all by itself. So I feel like the best way for Kanye to protect himself is to take that damn medication, bruh. Because it doesn't look good right now at all. Let's go to the comments. You're welcome, Natasha. I don't support that man with kids don't take responsibility for his serious mental disorder. That's nothing worth supporting. Valid. If he continues down this path, Kim will get full custody. Absolutely. Definitely, Ace. It's facts. It's just... And even if you look at it from a marketing or a business standpoint, because they're almost the same, people are not going to trust you. You just became a billionaire again. They're going to strip you of that title again. And then you're going to sit there and wonder why they did that. When it comes down to communicating and the art of communication, when you do things and how you do it actually matters. Now that we have social media in the mix of communicating to people, it actually matters how you present yourself now. Because all those same businesses that are working with you currently, they can cut ties with you just like that. And now all of a sudden you're losing assets, you're losing your revenue, and now you're not a billionaire no more. Now you're stuck in like the 100 million range. Did you want to be 100 millionaire or did you want to be a billionaire? Because billionaires do not move like this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Kanye is a special individual in this because of his bipolar disorder. Right? But you got to understand, and I hate to quote Diddy right now, but with more money, there's more problems. And with more problems, you really need to keep yourself in check. If you don't do that, you're going to look like this on Twitter right now. Typing in a bunch of caps. Disrespecting a bunch of individuals you shouldn't even be disrespecting in the first place. Like, it's not a good look. Plain and simple. But that's what he wants to do. It's for real, bro. No cap. Like, these things matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you do, especially on the internet, it matters. Right? The reason why I'm building this channel is because, like, there's things that I have coming down the road that matter to me, and I would love for everybody to watch it. Because the projects that we're working on, they're going to be special. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything that you do here matters, you know? Let's keep going.
That at the core of our humanity, we want to be accepted. We want to
I had to jump on antipsychosis meds because I started seeing things I knew wasn't there. A creepy kid under the stairs. Oh no, that's some horror movie. Yeah, you take that. You take that because that's some horror movie. That's like Insidious. I see how they're kind of getting the ideas for these horror movies, but yeah, nah. Yeah, you girl, you take care of yourself for real. If there's medication that you need to take, you take it. My kid's sitting under a blanket next to my bed. I reached out and nothing was there, and I still saw it, and that was me on me. Oh Lord, have mercy. Yo, Tiny, real quick. Yo, Tiny. How's your day? How's your day? Let's take our minds away from this for a second. Like, how's your day going? You doing okay? You doing all right? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. Imagine that without me. I'm trying not to. Girl, I'm trying not to right now. Let's keep going.
To be seen, we want to be loved, and we as humans create the images of what that's supposed to look like for other people. And we put it in propaganda, we put it in all these different things. And then we tear people down who don't look like that. And I believe that Kanye West's mother was a victim of this insecurity. I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know what was going on. But for her to get liposuction, a tummy tuck, and all this different stuff, all this different surgery, when she was powerful, inspiring, motivational, and clearly,
yeah, Tiny, you right. We gonna tell Ye to shut the hell up. Don't you worry your little heart. We got you.
You have to be those things.
We gonna say it on your behalf.
Wasn't able to see
we
that
got you.
Thoroughly because of the body that she had. Is so like, it's the reality of so many people in the world. People who don't even have access to surgery who look themselves in the
mirror. Tiny, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. I'm glad that you're doing that for yourself. Yo, listen, everybody that's in the chat that's active, yo, let's give Tiny some praise, as well as Natasha. We appreciate you ladies for real. Come on, we gotta send them some love for real. In fact, you know what? Let me not waste no time. Let me be the leader of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead, send 2 hearts. 1 heart for Natasha, 1 heart for Tiny. Appreciate you guys for real, for stopping by, sharing with us. You know? Appreciate y'all for real. It's all love and respect around here. Say it on the children's behalf. I got you. That's not even a problem.
Mirror and can't stand how it looks.
It's not even a problem at all.
And
we're gonna do it live on here too after this video.
The sad reality of humanity, man. Now imagine being Kanye West and you know you're getting your mom some surgery and she passes away. She dies. That's the type of guilt that'll follow you forever. Now, don't get me wrong. These difficult situations create the most incredible art forms. You see what I'm saying? We got 808s and heartbreaks and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Valid point, Tiny.
You know
very valid.
Like after his mother passed away, and that's like the beauty of art, like using those moments to not only
no problem, Natasha.
Feel those things and feel what it feels like to be a human, but to be able to create through it. And that's the beautiful thing that came out of it. But what hasn't been beautiful is the fall of how Kanye has been trying to deal with this. And if you notice, ever since she passed away, he's been so much more in his gluttony. You know what I'm saying? Even in the music. You feel me? And it's because these are the things that make you feel,
no problem, Tiny. I got y'all. Don't you worry.
The sex, these are the things that numb you, so you don't have to feel these things. And you can tell there was a huge jump in Kanye's consumption and gluttony and all of the things that would help you deal with something like this. And then that's not the only thing he's gone through, man. Kanye's gone through a lot as a celebrity. But I think this is the core of Kanye's problems. And until he deals with this, thoroughly and genuinely, I don't know. Now, they do say Kanye West is mentally ill as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the source, because this is the type of thing that'll break down your mental, and you won't be able to recover unless you are constantly doing the work. And I think that when you're that rich, how could you? It's probably so much harder to do the work because you don't have to. You see what I'm saying? You, as a rich person or whatever, you make all the rules, you decide who you're around, all this different stuff. Like, there's a perception that you don't have to. But in reality, everything that Kanye is doing, the attention from us, the affection from us, the us praising his genius is another way for him to fill that void of losing the connection and the praise from.
I disagree. And it's tough because I understand from an artist standpoint, you need to hear that. But from a reality standpoint, we need to tell Kanye to stop and get help. Whatever medicine that you need to take that medicine for real. Because to see you crash out like this online, like you're one of our greats. You're one of the individuals that we grew up on. You know, you're supposed to be a leader of this. But you're not moving like a leader right now. You know? It sucks. Like, I understand, like, Kanye needs that recognition. Kanye needs that. He needs that respect. He needs the support. Yeah, it's true. But are you respecting yourself? Are you supporting yourself? Are you loving yourself? That's the question. That really matters, especially in this moment right now, because going back to his Twitter, like, it's not looking good right now. Let's refresh this. Because, like, it's not looking good right now, for real. See, there's another tweet. Like, yo, like, I feel like, hold on.
I go to your niece, you gonna say something? Or you just trying to get vocals on your album for hype? You gonna say something? That's your niece, right? You gonna say something now? So
bro, this is not good at all. Now it's time. Now they really have to. What the? See what I'm talking about, bro? Like, yo, you need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself, appreciate yourself, give yourself hugs. Just like, you know, even like if you're Christian, pray. Like this, yo, you can't. This is insane, bro. This is absolutely insane. Like, it's not good. It's not good. I'm doing my nails while I watch, mentally preparing myself for having to use my left hand to fix my right hand. Got you. A lot of artists quit meds because they affect imagination and stuff. The meds interfere with the artistic process. I agree with you. I understand that. But if that's what it comes to, then we're gonna have to sit down and we're really gonna have to figure out ways to kind of get around that, because the medication is there to help you. But if you have to get off the meds for you to get into an artistic mode to create, that's when it's a little tricky, and we got to figure out ways to like kind of repurpose this process. Because now we're at a point where it's like the thing that blocks your imagination are the same things that help you and keep you sane. It's such a tough conversation because both sides make complete sense. You need the medication to stay sane and to stay healthy and to be your so-called best self. But at the same time, without the medication, you're putting out all the music that you need to put out. You're putting out music the fans want, the people want. You're putting out the kind of music that people desire, that people crave, which helps your brand, which helps your, your artistic vision and what you want to see for yourself. But now we're stuck on two sides, and we need to get on in the middle. We need to get in the middle of this. It's so. I don't even think I'm qualified to even answer that question, to be honest. Wait, Kanye is 47 years old? Oh, yeah, nah, you gonna need that, bro. You're almost 50 moving like this, dude. He is and feels like his entitlement to... Sorry, what? Kanye West is 47 years old, and he is and he feels like his entitlement to and feels so sorry for himself. He's behaving like a Karen. Yeah, well, yeah, that's valid. Ye don't see how insane he is himself. He thinks he's quite normal. That's the worst. He can't see that he needs those. Someone needs to tell him. That's why having mentors matter, you know? Having those individuals that you can look up to matter, especially in the music industry. He's a 77 baby? Oh, 47-year-old? Wow. I thought it was like early 40s. This guy's almost out. Wait, this guy's older than Joe Budden.
From his mother. I believe that he's using us as a way to fulfill that. His wives, all this different stuff. You can see the things that Kanye is attempting to fill his holes with. Pause.
Egregious.
But, damn, pause. But, regardless, Kanye West, the real issue with Kanye is the fact that he's never forgiven himself for what he's done. You see what I'm saying? And I know this because he also tweeted it. He tweeted it. My phone just died, but he tweeted it, and he said every single month he thinks about committing suicide.
Jesus.
Because he's not able to get over the fact that he took...
I don't like that word.
His own
I really don't like that word.
And that's the tweet that nobody sees. We all see the disrespect to Kendrick, trying to diminish him because he's jealous. And he's jealous. And that would make sense when you think about what he's trying to use to fill the void in himself. When he sees somebody else getting that same type of love, he's jealous. And the more I think about it, we ain't really seen Kanye be openly jealous until his mother passed away. So, I mean, I really do think this is the source of a lot of Kanye's problems. We know there's a Kanye before and a Kanye after, but people don't usually dictate where the before and after is. The before and after is the death of his mother. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reality of what's going on. You see what I'm saying? These celebrities are human too, man. And even in my judgments, you know, I do take acknowledgement and try to recognize that they're people, just like I'm a person. Mm-hmm. And I might disagree and stuff like that. You feel me? But to always remember to humble myself and recognize that we're all the same, regardless. I think I'm done with this video, man. This is heavy. But if you like storytelling by Tupac, like Brenda's Got a Baby or Kendrick Lamar's...
This was a heavy video, I'm not gonna lie. I understand the perspective that he's coming from. I wouldn't bring his mother in it though. Because we can easily establish that his mother is the reason why he's moving like this. But we need to... It's best to examine him as a person instead of saying, oh, his mother's the reason why. We already know. But we need to examine because, remember, she passed in 2007. She passed in 2007. But now we're in 2025. It's almost been 20 years since her passing. Around 18 years right now. Around 17, 18 years. There's been different levels of Kanye throughout those 18 years. And I feel like that should have been examined. Because there's times where he's like, he's moving perfect. This is him. And then there's times there's just, the crash out is just insane. It's not good. But here we are right now where it's just like, bro, this is insane. I agree with you, Tiny, because his mother's death might actually triggered a change in the disorder. That's what I'm talking about, right? So remember, 07 or in 2025, that's a long time period in between. That's a long time period. You can't be the same person throughout all this time. You changing throughout all these time periods. You know? I wouldn't be surprised either, Tiny, going back to your comment before that one. I wouldn't be surprised if we went from a 2 to a 1 for real. Because that's what it's looking like. You know? It's just... This, everything that is happening right now, going back to Twitter, everything that is happening here right now is like, yo, this is not good at all. It's not good for real. I don't want to see that. Yes, view profile. I haven't seen Saint in 6 weeks. Get yourself... Y'all, see, this is where we're going to step in now. This is where we're going to reply now. Flexing My Network on Twitter, by the way. Flexing My Network on Twitter. Bella said, who's that? The disrespect. It's one of his kids. How am I going to word this? I want to make it short and sweet. Let's say, let's use his full name. I don't want to mention the medication, but I want to at least say, please seek help and take care of yourself. Should I say this is not a good look? I don't want to say a good look, but this is not... Okay, how about this? I'm going to say, this is not how kings... I don't want to say move. This is not how kings move. This is not how kings... Because he's still a king. He's on a lot of people's Rushmore. Kanye, please seek help and take care of yourself. This is not how kings... I don't want to say operate. That's too... That could come off as disrespect. Move might be the answer. It's not how kings move at all. Make sure to love yourself. Appreciate yourself. As well as... get the help you need to be the best version of yourself. Peace, King. I feel like that's nice. I feel like that's nice for him. Put a couple prayer emojis. Y'all like that? Y'all messing with that message? Y'all messing with that? Let me know if I should change that. When Ye sounds normal, it usually because he's on meds, and then he goes off the meds to produce, and is going absolutely off the rails, and then he drops, goes back on his meds, rinse, repeat. That's not a good pattern. That's not a good pattern at all. But y'all messing with that little tweet? I'm really not a Twitter finger. I'm not gonna lie. I don't Twitter finger like that. I made my Twitter page for y'all, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I made my Twitter page for y'all. You know, so if y'all got Twitter, I'm going to go ahead and send this. I'm going to go ahead and send that. I feel like that's a nice response. I could care less. Nope. And there we go. That's right. The Flexing My Network has spoken. I think that's our first tweet on Twitter, guys. I think that's our first tweet on Twitter. Let me go ahead and show this off a little bit. That is, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Flexing My Network. This is the official Flexing My Network Twitter page. Don't expect me on here often, but I'll be here every now and then. If you're wondering about the banner right there, if you see me right there, I'm in that nice little brown tech fleece. The two-tone tech fleece is beautiful, by the way. It's in my closet if y'all want to see it. But this is just from one of the episodes from my podcast with my friends. Right? So if you're curious about the banner, I'm sitting down with 2 producers right here, which I've actually grown up with. And fun fact, since we're going to show off a little bit, the producer in the green hat is wearing my ball shorts. So these are my basketball shorts from the Cadence Clothing Collective. Shout out for me. Designed by me, by the way. These are designed by me. So these are my ball shorts. Producer number 1 is actually wearing the ball shorts in that podcast episode. So shout out to my guy. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, that's a little advertising tidbit for today. I don't want to do too much with the clothing line since I haven't done anything with it for a while. But yeah, I feel like that's a good